Hello, everybody. Welcome to the White Tiger Tarot. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Today's pick a card is all about your soul's imprint. So this is basically going to be your energy signature, your soul signature, what your soul looks like, basically what is contained in your energy field and why you came here. This is the purity of who you are. So we're going to take a look at everyone's innermost being today, which is going to be amazing. And as always on this channel, I am guided completely and fully by Spirit, by the Most High, so that each and every one of you who are watching today will have a completely personalized and customized message reading for yourself. I do not pre-plan or pre-pick. Everything is picked in the moment by my guidance, by Spirit. All right, so I will give you guys some time to meditate on your cards, and I will see you in your pile. Hello, pile one. Welcome to your reading today. Today's reading is all about your soul's imprint. We're going to take a look at what is in your soul. I just got the feeling, which is funny with this pile, that this might be what your soul contains now. I think this might be a reflection of what your soul maybe is looking like at the moment or has been in. But we're also going to get the purity of your soul and of that energy and what it contains. All right. Also, if anyone can tell me if they know what this feather is, I think it might be like a small falcon. I've found two of them so far, and I've never found them before. Just recently, and I found two. They have a yellow stem here, and then it's like gray and a little bit of off-white, but it is stunning. It is my most favorite feather I think I've found so far, and it's too small to be like a finch, something like that. Those in my area, those would be the other yellow birds that we would see. We don't have like canaries or anything like that. So I think it might be those small falcon. All right, but yeah, if you know, please let me know in the comments. All right, so your card that you were attracted to was conflict and defeat, and this is the Five of Swords. All right. So what I'm going to do before I begin is I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me to the decks that we are going to use for your reading today. So if you wouldn't mind sitting in meditation with me while this process happens, I'm going to get all your decks out, and then I am going to shuffle them all, get all your cards out, and then we will begin. Okay, well, you already got one card out. Any more from that one? Okay. You have a lot of decks here. All right. Wow. Okay. I'm I'm like, whenever we get too high, I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? I have to ask a couple times. They're like, yeah, for sure. Okay. So let's start the shuffling process here. You know what I'm getting from this Five of Swords here is, I think you go against the grain of what most people think and do. And so in this lifetime, I feel like that's caused you a lot of feelings of conflict and defeat, or a lot of feelings of maybe loneliness. But it's just because you're so unique and you do your own thing. And so maybe you're meant to feel different and wrong a lot of the times, honestly. Just because you have a different viewpoint of other people, or you go against the grain in some way. You don't do things how they would normally or usually be done. Or you don't see things in the ways others see them. And that might cause you a bit of distress. And honestly, heaviness. But it's only because you are, it's like you're a free thinker, you have your own mind, you have your own way of doing things, and it's truly a blessing. It is really, truly a blessing. It's like you have your own light that you follow. Okay, hold on. Is it that one or is it these two? Is that one? Okay. Okay, maybe we should start here. Or should we start, or should we? Yeah, we'll start here. And then you have 3 tarot decks to use. So we'll start with your oracle cards. Okay. Yeah, it's like you have this light that guides you, and maybe you don't know why. You don't know why you do the things you do. You don't know why you're different than other people. But there's something different that you follow, or there's just some light that pulls you in. And you're like, when everyone's going up, I'm going down because this thing is calling me. Okay, it's interesting. All right, so we have loss, lack, fear, victimization. We have Lyran's strength, courage, bravery. We have Temperance with art. We have the Empath. Forgiveness. Perseverance. Wisdom. Revenge. Oh, sorry, that is Mars in Scorpio with revenge. This is Mercury in Taurus with resistance. Sorry, I'm just going to slightly move this. And you have the corners of the mouth, nourishment, health, well-being, providing for others, creating balance, nurturing the body, mind, and spirit. And then we have youthful folly, impulsiveness, immaturity, bluffing, ignorance, learning, impatience, reckless behavior. All right, so I really do believe this is your current energy signature. This is your soul's imprint at this moment. And maybe in this lifetime as well. It's like, so some of you are in this, some of you have been through this, but basically I feel like this artist is you, this temperance, this is why you came here, is to basically alchemize. We're going to start here. We're going to this is why you came here, right? This is an angel here on earth. She's an artist, right? She expresses herself in a unique way that is different from other people. She's here, or he, but this is a female, so I'm just going to say she. All right? Is here to alchemize her experience, okay? To turn lead into gold, to turn this little walkway or this boring kind of gray building into art, into a masterpiece, okay? By using her tools that she was given, that she learned, okay? We have the hand here for stop, and we have the walk symbol, meaning that both energies are here and to be played with when we have been blocked and when we have been, let through and encouraged and allowed, okay? But there's also been a lot of blockages, a lot of maybe trauma or maybe discouragement, okay? We have both the red and the white here. We have, it almost could represent like the light and the dark. It could represent heaven and earth, okay? It's using all of these things, right, to combine together to make a beautiful picture, to make a beautiful soul, a beautiful person, okay? You may have experienced a lot of loss in your life, a lot of lack in your life that has created fear, victimization within you, okay? But they want you to know that with all of these things that have maybe stopped you or stood in your way or said no, or maybe bullies in your life, okay, that have made you feel defeated, that have made you feel at odds within yourself or within life, or like the world is just so challenging to be yourself or to accomplish what it is you want to accomplish, or you feel like life is beating down on you, or like it's hard for you. Maybe it's hard for you to get ahead. This could be lack within, finances, within career success, within family matters, love matters, life just in general, right? Take it where it fits with you. But what they're basically saying is that all of these experiences were not meant to keep you down, that you were being blocked at the times that you were, or these people were put in this place to your a rejection. These were all for you to be redirected into a better path for yourself. And maybe that's what's going on right now, is that you are being blocked from something you thought you wanted or needed, or maybe this was in your childhood that, people felt like you weren't able to do the things that you wanted to do or become certain things. go in certain directions. There are certain blockages here that have happened that made you feel victimized by life, by people, by energy. Okay. And they basically are encouraging you to find the forgiveness. And if maybe you've already done this, and maybe this is your soul's imprint of your life, and this is just resonating with what you've gone through in your life. Okay. Everything that has happened, okay, in your life that was difficult was for you to find your strength within it. It was for you to find your energy signature within that, to see how are you going to use these things, these blockages, these hard situations, these bullies, these dead ends, these no's, these traumas, whatever resistance was in your life was there to challenge you, to see who you truly are, to see who you can become. Can you forgive? Right? Can you forgive? Can you let go? Can you use it for your favor? Can you make beautiful things? Can you still find your soul? Can you still keep the purity within yourself? Can you use your strength, courage, and bravery, okay, to look at the situation in front of you, to look at the issue or the problem or the resistance in front of you and see, okay, what else can I do? I can't move here, but what I can do with what I have is this. It has made you into a better person. It has made you smarter. It has made you wiser. Okay, wisdom here. It has made you look at how much you've had to persevere. And they're saying, don't give up, or you haven't given up. Okay, and that is a beautiful thing. These are all here to see how strong you were, how you could persevere through so much challenge, so much difficulty, okay, defeat and conflict. This was all here because you signed up for this lifetime to grow in strength, courage, and bravery. To see, I want to see who I truly am. I want to see what I'm made of. I want to see how I'll handle these certain situations and come out. Okay, this was here for your soul to evolve, to grow, to mature. Okay, so that you could learn to walk the tightrope. You could learn to walk the middle way, so that you wouldn't fall into the traps of revenge. Okay, into this card. I mean, Mars in Scorpio, that is his home planet, but that is when Mars is probably at its most warlike. Okay, where it's an eye for an eye, right? You do this to me, I do this to you. And that is where maybe your biggest resistance has been, okay, whether that's in this lifetime or on your soul's lifetime, where maybe you had to have a major ego death, or you had to experience being bullied or blocked. Maybe that was what, in past lifetimes, or you maybe were that role of the bully, of the conqueror. And now I find you're learning, it's almost like you're buffing out to learn how to become a really true, powerful leader. So it's like your soul had to experience this lifetime to see the other side, okay? To see the other side and to really grow as a soul, to grow as someone who is going to use their mind over their sexual energy so much, where it's just pure passion and rage. Okay, where it's like I'm seeing nothing but red. I have revenge on my mind. And I think you had to learn how to overcome certain hardships in your life, not by force, okay, or by screwing someone else over, by manipulating the situation, okay, but truly by alchemizing your pain into power for yourself, okay, and learning that all of this is happening from the inside out, learning where your resistance are within yourself. Okay, and why am I being blocked? What haven't I looked at? What haven't I forgiven, in my life yet? Why can't I go down this route yet? What's still there? And so you look within yourself. You look at your inner health, my mental health, my karmic health. What is there? What is there that is not allowing me to move forward in the ways that, my heart is calling? or in the ways that, you know, will lead me to more abundance or will lead me to greater success. Okay? It's learning not to give up when things get hard. Okay, to learn how to make another way, to learn how to grow in a new way, to learn that anything can be done. Okay, but we have to figure it out, and we have to look within ourselves to see, okay, where is it that I'm blocking myself? Why is this being blocked? Okay, learning from our mistakes. This card, Wisdom, this great sage, comes to her. She says, how do you gain true wisdom? Learn from your mistakes. Okay, learn from the youthful follies, right? Learn from the times in where we screwed up, or life was at its most difficult, or we let our lower emotions win. Okay, those are things aren't meant to keep us down or keep us hating ourselves or other people, or looking down upon ourselves or other people. Okay, we're learning. We have to learn from those things, and it doesn't make us bad. It doesn't make us wrong. We are human and we are learning. Our souls are here to learn. Okay, and so no one is judging you if you have had some kind of impulsiveness, okay, get the better of you. You can always learn, grow, and move on. And please forgive yourself. Okay, forgiveness, because until you forgive, you won't be able to move on. You won't be able to go in the directions you want to go and be who you want to be and create in the ways that you want. Okay, you must not give up. You have to have the courage to truly look at yourself with pure honesty and an open heart and forgiveness, and be willing to change and be willing to do better and be willing to, you know, forgive and let go. And even if we've been hurt, even if all we want is revenge, okay, that will only bring more of that energy into our lives. And so we got to learn to let go. We got to learn to forgive ourselves and forgive the other people, so that we can be healthier, so that our lives can be healthier, so that our relationships can be healthier. And we have to learn to serve in that way. Okay. If we truly want to live this life, if we truly want to be healed and balanced and whole, okay, and move beyond what we know to be life, to move beyond victimization, move beyond the fear, move beyond the conflict and defeat, move beyond the resistance, we can do that. We can do that. The only thing that's going to keep us stuck here is if we keep returning into the same cycles of revenge, or what brought us there, or fear, right? And we stay there and we keep acting from that place. That's the only thing that's going to keep you there. So you have to rise above it. We have to learn from our mistakes, or we're left to learn from the past. Okay? We have to persevere through it using our strength, bravery, and courage. Come into healing. Okay? We have to see what is blocking me from moving on. What is within me that still I need to forgive and let go of, or accept and change. Okay? I mean, you have, it's like you guys have definitely experienced some very intense things, but you know why you've experienced those is because you have the capacity for such greatness. You have the capacity for such greatness, and life and you would not have given you this if you were not ready, if you were not prepared, if they knew you didn't have the power and the strength within you to turn it into something beautiful and unique and helpful. All of this stuff that you've experienced is going to be your service to the world. Okay, it's going to be your unique signature of how you express yourself, of who you are. It's the intricacies of your complexity, of your uniqueness. Okay, these are all of the things, and all these experiences are what make you beautiful and special and amazing. Okay, and whatever you create, it gives it that special, unique thing, that flavor that's only you. Okay. So we have to learn not to hate, not to fall into, oh, woe is me, I'm the only one, or this is, this sucks, I just want my revenge, I just want to, hurt them back. We have to alchemize that into love, into cool. Okay, and it's not cool to take revenge. It's not like, no one likes those people. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not cool to just go off and do the same shit that they did to you. That only ends in one way, and it makes you feel more empty. But what is cool is seeing how someone turned their life around and used that pain to make something truly beautiful and unique for the world. Okay, and you have that ability, you have that capability, you have that power, and that is why you came here. This is actually why you are here. Okay, to not fall victim to your life, to the pain, to what has happened. Instead, make that your story of your greatness and your success, and why you got here, why you're so great, why is this so amazing. Well, I had to go through all these things, and I found my way out. I found myself within it all. I found how to turn this darkness into light. I found how to turn my pain and use it and funnel it into creativity or into something I love. Okay, and made it that much more special and amazing, and made myself that much more special and amazing. Right? It was here for our soul's growth, for our soul to mature and become wholer, become fuller. Okay, so we're going to move on to your tarot cards now. You got one more oracle deck, so pull this one out. Okay. Wow. You have the Queen and the King. Look at that. There we go. The Queen and the King. Like we said, this was here to teach you how to be the best version of both of these things. The ultimate leader, the ultimate balanced, okay, with temperance, the ultimate balance between within yourself, the highest form, the lightest, highest form of the king, of the male aspect, and the lightest, highest form of the feminine aspect, the queen. So that you can lead in a fair, honest way, so that you can be better than those who came before you. Maybe this is in parenthood. Maybe this is in, you creating a business or being your own boss, okay? Being a leader in some way, being a teacher, okay? You had to experience all of this so that you would become that lightest, highest version within yourself of these two things, okay? So that you could rule in a fair, honorable, true way, loving way, so that you wouldn't rule with an iron fist, okay, so that you could actually become the leader that everyone needs and wants, or become an example of this honor and love, with whether that's through what you create, so people can pick up that signature from you. Okay. But yeah, you are meant to truly become a all around very balanced person, not just in one way, but completely balanced, completely at peace. Okay, both masculine and feminine, both light and dark, working together, playing together in the most beautiful way. Okay, in the highest way, so that everyone, whoever works with us, deals with us, lives with us, eats with us, whatever it is, feels truly supported, feels like they don't feel taken advantage of, they don't feel left out. You are becoming, it's almost very, very, very mature. I almost swore. Very mature, where you had to just grow out of, there was a couple things within your energy signature that were still a little bit wobbly, immature, whatever this is, impulsive, right? Maybe, yeah, a little bit reckless. That had to get ironed out and worked out for what you are becoming and who you are becoming. All right. And so, yeah, maybe that's a great parent. Maybe you had to learn, from getting hurt by someone or hurting someone in maybe a cheating sense or in a relationship sense, that revenge wasn't going to create happiness. That revenge wasn't the way to solve your issues, or to hurt someone back wouldn't bring you the peace and forgiveness that you sought out. That you had to truly go within and find what it is within you that maybe, accepted this person into your life or denied it in your life, or, things about your past that, brought you to this point, or maybe you had low discipline and you had to learn how to become a more disciplined human being. Okay, how to use your strengths in a wise way. All right, and not give up. And maybe there was things about your life that hurt you and harmed you, and it would have been easier to walk away, but you didn't. Okay, you didn't. You persevered, and you got the wisdom out of that situation. Okay, there's just a lot about having a lot of blockages and resistance, but not giving up because of it, not letting that get you down or keep you down. You just kept going through it. You kept moving on. You just kept growing from each and every experience. You kept using it to alchemize yourself, to balance yourself. And you're like, okay, there's a block. There's something I have to look at. There's something I have to forgive. Okay, oh, I can't go down this path. Okay, well, obviously there's something here I have to go through. I have to look at within to come into deeper divine balance within myself. Okay, and it would have been easier to give up. But you showed yourself how much strength and power, bravery that you have, and you gained the wisdom necessary. Okay, and now I want to say you are living, and I know I'm kind of talking about throughout this reading different, time stamps of this, because everyone's going to be at a different point in this. Let me know in the comments where you're at in this process. But some of you are already living in this divine balance of the king and queen, of the highest forms of the masculine and feminine. And it's presenting itself in a really very cool way. Okay, it's expressing itself in a very unique signature within your life and within you. And you're a very, very awesome, badass person because of everything you've been through. You wouldn't have been this way, okay, without all these things. You wouldn't have been able to reach these heights, these levels. All right, and these were all necessary for your growth. These were all necessary for who you are, who you're becoming. Okay, a great, honorable, loving leader who doesn't think so selfishly, who doesn't just think about themselves, but they think, okay, how is this action going to affect everyone around me? Is this going to really, allow my life to flourish in the ways that I want it to, and help out those around me, right? Instead of just thinking so small, this allowed you to think broader, okay, on a broader scale, on a broader level. All right, look at that, King of Cups. King of Cups, Eight of Wands. Eight of Cups. Seven of Cups. Hierophant. Got a lot about masculine and feminine here. Some of you, this could be you have learned this through partnership. A lot of maybe your karmic patterns and lessons have been through relationship, whether that's your parents' relationship or your relationship with them or with someone else in your life. But that, I think that is a huge part of your journey here, is you in relation to others. Okay, and maybe that's you becoming a parent, you becoming a good partner. Okay, but partnership is definitely a big part of your soul. And others of you, this could be you coming into that, again, divine balance in the masculine and feminine. This is you coming into peace with both aspects, for the light and the dark, okay, the negative and the positive, of the feminine and the masculine, right? And not being at odds with that. It's using both of these energies in union, in togetherness, okay? Not demonizing one or the other, and that's going to reflect in all aspects of your life. Again, look at that, 3 of Wands going into the 4 of Wands, again with the marriage, okay, again with the partnership, walking hand in hand. And we have the moon going into the sun. All right. Yeah, there's a lot about partnership here. So a lot of you guys could have experienced your own fears that come manifest through a partnership, through a relationship in your life. This was allowing you to, it's like it had to be a mirror. It all had to be mirrored through you to really see what you carried, what was in your soul, what was in your energy, what was in your karmic field. Okay, and you had to drink it in. You had to literally experience it, maybe through another person, to really truly see yourself, to really see, okay, where is it that I'm still hung up, right? Why am I experiencing this? Why is this happening? And this could have come through, like, this 8 of Wands is giving me the feeling of impulsiveness, of maybe moving too fast or acting too quickly, or not thinking, not thinking before we act, just kind of acting on impulse, right? And so those were things that we had to leave behind, maybe over and over again, that maybe they caused trouble within our lives. Maybe our anger, coming through and lashing out, it maybe broke up a lot of things in our lives, or it damaged a lot of relationships, or, it caused a lot of chaos, right, within us, within our relationships. And so we had to learn and leave these certain behaviors behind and truly look at, okay, what's helping me and what's hurting me, and what situations and what things that I've learned that are in my subconscious mind, what is here for me to see? What is blocking my blessings? What is blocking a happy relationship in my life? Okay, what is here stopping love from flowing, or stopping me coming into union, or stopping me coming into divine love? Okay, and then now we see, okay, this was all for me, for us to have something happy and blessed and truly, truly balanced in union, okay, within myself, but also within a partnership, within my, soulmate connection, within my other, so that we can, and I see this is like, yeah, maybe we had to climb this big path together. We committed. I feel like this was you guys coming in before you came here to say, this is our contract together. We're going to help each other get free. We're going to help each other heal. We're going to help each other no matter what happens, no matter what we have to go through. We're going to learn to stick it out. We're going to learn how to figure it out, and why this is happening, and what about ourselves needs healed, and what about, us, how we act within a relationship needs healed, how we're treating each other, right? And so we came into a contract. We agreed, we'll do this together. This is how we're going to help each other, and we're going to climb this mountain to our freedom, We're going to climb this mountain. We're going to look at the subconscious. We're going to float into the unknown, into what our fear, what is still holding us back from our true freedom, from uniting, from becoming free in love, and from our sun and from our enlightenment. And so we dive into the waters, into the depths of the moon, of the subconscious, okay, and see what's there. And you guys really, really did. Wow. And you came out on the other side really, really matured. I mean, and if you haven't yet, this is what you're on the road to. Okay, we had to iron out the kinks. We had to iron out all the impulsiveness within ourselves, within each other. Okay, acting too fast, acting without thinking, acting, on just pure passion of the moment without the wisdom of what these actions will cause or contain, or how it will harm or affect other people, right? So we had to come down here. Well, look, we have the sun and the moon here reflected again, and we have the sun and the moon here. So one was the sun, one was the moon, and we're playing in this play together here to truly find ourselves, through other. And we had to find our balance, and we had to dive into, the fears and the blockages that were all there, that were keeping us from wholeness within ourselves. And finally finding the light, and you will find the light if you haven't already, okay? And you will find the freedom, and you will come into the highest version of yourself and of this relationship, of this union with the other. And so basically in this lifetime, what you signed up for was to learn who you are through another person, through sticking it out, through using your bravery, basically. And it takes all of our bravery sometimes, especially in relationship, especially if things are really difficult and hard and they show us an ugly version of who we are, of who the other person is, to find forgiveness, even in those really difficult moments, right? To see, okay, who am I and what am I made of? And it's always easier to run away. It's always easier to give up. But what do I want, right? And maybe we just felt this deeper connection. Well, there obviously was, right? So there's something that kept you going, and learning and growing and moving toward your light, moving toward the sun, you knew that was out there for you. You knew that was coming for you. You knew that was why you came here, right? To overcome darkness, adversity, defeat, okay? And come into wholeness, come into balance, come into healed and health within yourself, within your loving soulmate connection, okay? I mean, most of you, I think, are going to find this through relationship within someone. And your whole maybe awakening or your whole healing process was through that, or the biggest parts of it anyways. But some people may have had to deal with all of this stuff, like maybe within really bad relationships, and learning who they are through that. And why is this not working? Why does this keep happening to me? Going within. And not until you were healed, not until you were a pure reflection of your own love and signature, was that able to come through. So there is going to be two different kind of groups here. Please let me know in the comments which kind of group you fall into. But yeah, soulmate connection is big with this group. It is definitely here in a big way. Because you are meant to have a happy relationship. You are meant to have a union with your soulmate, with your twin flame, okay, in a beautiful way, not just in the hard way. It's like, yeah, the hard things are going to come with it, and we're going to learn, but those are for us and for our soul, and we are meant to get past it. We are meant to arrive at the freedom beyond it, at the sun, okay? The sun is shining. The sun is about to shine upon us. So it depends on what, stage you're at. Everyone's going to be different, but for those who have felt this, you are definitely coming into a time of more freedom and more security and more happiness within this karmic connection. Okay, it was just here to clear a bunch of stuff that your soul is meant to grow from, mature. Okay. All right, so pile one, that was your reading today. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. This was super, super fascinating. The way this came through, I wasn't sure what to expect. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you did, and also give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well. If you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box, or an energy healing. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other readings. All right, so I'll see you on the next reading, pile one. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number two. Welcome to your soul's imprint message. Yeah, pile one was really interesting. It was definitely a bit different than I imagined it'd go, which is cool. I love when that happens. It's just so I'm looking forward to see how your reading comes through as well. It was, I think, well, the way pile ones came through was definitely about how their soul came through in this lifetime, and kind of the soul lessons that they're here to learn. So very, very cool. Anyways, we're going to put your little stone here. Which card you guys chose with the heart chakra, okay? So you're definitely meant to learn from the heart, live through the heart, heal the heart space in this lifetime. And you're definitely a heart-based person, soul. You live through the heart. All right, so how it's going to work is I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me to your decks, okay, that we're going to use. I'm going to put them here, and then I'm going to shuffle, get all your cards out, and then we'll start. All right. Okay. Okay, 1, 2. A lot of decks. Okay, one more. Okay. I never want to cut off Spirit here. Okay? I never want to do that. Oh my goodness, one more. Okay. Oof, you got a big message about you. Okay, is that everything? Are you... Oh my goodness, you have the most decks I've ever seen. Okay, that's it, right? That's it. Oh my gosh. Alex Spirit, please. Okay, that's it. That's all. Oh my gosh. No way. Okay, I have to cut I have to cut them off. I have like almost all my decks here. Okay, that's it. I don't know how we're gonna do this, but guess what? Pile 2, hang on tight. We are diving in. Obviously, I think you have some kind of big energy here. Okay. We're going to start with a few decks, and then we'll go on to the other million decks that Spirit has picked for you. Okay. All of these? No. Okay. All right, let's start with these, and then you literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 decks left. Okay. Trusting the process. Okay, Divine Mother, nurturing, compassion, grace. Makes sense. Greens and golds, okay? We got some purple here. You are here to become the Divine Mother, okay? To become a pure nurturer, okay? To dive into your compassion. This reminds me, it's like that Mother Mary archetype. Yeah, it's like that enlightened mother stage or phase or you know, soul energy, basically. It's that pure heart space. It's that unconditionally loving place. Look, sacred purpose, eternal flame, ancestral legacy. Wow. Look at that. And we have 4, we have 37, we have 43. 43. 4, 3 is 7. We have 4 and we have 3, 7. This is your sacred purpose. You have a deep purpose here. And being a mother or being in that deeply healed feminine is part of that. It doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, but you have a divine gift, a divine purpose, a legacy, okay, of being a nurturing force within this world. Maybe you are a mother already, or you're going to become a mother. And it doesn't mean to have your own children either. This could be you adopting children. This could be you, becoming a mother of the earth. Okay, so adopting pets or fostering or being a teacher. Maybe you have a job guiding younger souls in some way. There is something about you nurturing life here on earth, and that is part of your sacred divine purpose. You have the biggest heart. You have this capacity to love beyond yourself in a way that is going to really help young souls or other souls. And maybe it's not, small kids or small animals. This could be, you helping other people who are maybe less fortunate or of a more immature energy, if that makes sense. This could be, like learning impaired people, or even, older people, like even in, this could be old folks' homes, right? Anyone who needs that nurturer, who needs that compassionate heart, to help them along, to guide them along, to do things in a loving, unconditionally loving way. And that might make your life here heavy, right? There's going to be aspects of it that are very heavy, right? That is very difficult to carry. It's very difficult to be this, to have this purpose, although the rewards and the blessings outweigh the difficulty. It doesn't make the difficulty not difficult, right? It's still there. It's still very much there. Like working with old people in old folks' homes, right, is definitely so rewarding, because you make their day. Your presence is there as a shining light, and makes their day more joyful. And you can joke and have fun, and there's all those things. And same with kids, right? Same with if you're a teacher. But then there's those moments where it's so challenging. It's so challenging to keep your heart space open. It's so challenging to show up every day and to be that person, even if you're a parent, right? It's not every day is fun and special. Some days feel so tough and like you want to give up and you want to let it all go and you want to walk away, right? But there's something about you that you don't give up, even on the hardest of days. It's like things may change form, and what you do may change form, and that is not you giving up. That's not you giving up. That is your soul now moving into a new space of learning and of teaching and of growing. Okay, so if any time that your path changes or your passion changes in some way, know that that's not you giving up, and that you did nothing wrong, and that it wasn't you not being able to handle it anymore. It's that it was your soul's path is transforming, and there's other people who need you at certain times. Okay, and there are other groups that need your work and need who you are. Okay, so never feel guilty or bad if things change or you move on, or you just, you go, one day I can't do this anymore. I have to do something else. That is your soul calling you to do that. Okay, that's not you being weak or not strong. All right. You are the eternal flame. That flame will never go out. Your love will never die. Okay, you could do it forever. You really could. But it's not going to fulfill. There's certain times where the contract is over and you've done everything you could do. Your time is up and you have to move on. Your other souls need this eternal flame. They need your support, your compassion, your nurturing to help them grow in the way that they need to. Okay, and this really reminds me of, I have, a lot of people in my life who work in the healthcare industry. Okay, my sister, my mother. My mother's friend, who's actually, this is who I'm reminded of right now, is she worked as a PSW in old folks' homes. My sister did as well. And, we were talking about it, and I know that there is like this guilt of wanting to walk away, but it's like, it's different. And she's moving now into working with children, right? Working with younger kids with learning disabilities. And it's not that there is any shame, because of course not. It's just a different form of that love, of that nurturing. And right now, those kids need her more so than this place did or this person did. And even this person's moving on into a new phase or space where she is no longer, the one who is maybe needed or necessary or even beneficial for this person in this phase of their life. Like it's no longer there for either of them, right? And so there's this new opportunity that comes in, and it's like, yeah, these people need you, and they need you to help them grow and nurture. And it's two very different energies as well, because in an old folks home, you're almost like you're making comfortable an inevitable end. Whereas in which is very important, by the way, and I'm not taking away the importance of that whatsoever. It's very important because they are transitioning to the next phase of existence. And it's very important, right? Very important to have these souls there at that time. But then moving into, you're preparing souls for, younger souls for the rest of their lives, right? Which is so important as well. It's like what we're teaching them and how we're helping them is really going to set the trajectory for the rest of their lives, and how they treat themselves and other people and what they learn, right? And so it's huge. It's huge in either way. So I'm sorry, I know I went off on a bit of a tangent there, but I hope it helped. Look at that. 9 of Cups with happiness. Oh my gosh. Look at all the cups filled. You are meant to have your cup filled. You are meant to show up every day and have this sense of purpose. Have this sense of fulfillment. Okay? Have this sense of I'm truly making a difference in my life, and I'm really happy, and look at my family. Like maybe you're meant to have a really big family or a big friend group, right? Where you feel so supported and so special. And I really don't think you'll be alone on this path. I really think you're meant to not only share this part of yourself and your heart, which is just going to attract in other beautiful souls who are just as special and loving as you. And life wants to make you feel that support because you have such a huge purpose. You're going to help so many people, and so you're meant to share that. You're meant to feel that same support that you give other people. Okay, and really feel every day like I'm living my purpose. I'm truly have a sacred purpose here on earth, and I feel that, and I know that, and I feel my heart filled. I feel that, cup full within my life. I truly feel that happiness. Even when things are hard, right? Even when things are hard, it's okay because I know that this is part of why I'm here. I know this is part of the greater picture, and I know this is all, it's the happiness outweighs the harshness or the heaviness, right? 1,000,000 times. Wow, you have sacred purpose and you have destiny. You have a big destiny. Big destiny. And look, we have these 2 children who are wearing the white and the black cloak. And it's almost as though you are meant to experience both of these aspects of your destiny, right? Of your purpose. There are always going to be light aspects and dark aspects to everything, right? And so we have to almost accept the fullness of that experience. And that is what unconditional love is, right? It's not, leaving one child out of it, right? It's not leaving the dark out of it, because that is a child too. That's within us as well. It's like we're not meant to treat one child like shit and pretend they don't exist or pretend they're not there. We embrace the whole, right? We embrace all of them, all of ourselves, all of our experience as it is. We take the good with the bad, right? And we know that it's all there working in tandem, that we can't have one without the other. And it's all part of it, right? And it all adds to our fulfillment. It all adds to our purpose. And it makes the good better, right? The bad makes the good better. It really does. It makes it brighter, right? It makes it more satisfying. Even if you had a long day at work, it was challenging, right? People challenged you, kids, whoever challenged you. But at the end of the day, you come home and you can come together and you can have dinner and you can have that peace, right? Of knowing that we are together, knowing that I did my best, and that, you know what? At the end of the day, we learned something. We learned something that made us better. And I really think that's how you think, which is beautiful and so important. You know that the hard times give you the most important lessons, and you use that to deepen your love, to deepen your heart. Beautiful. Look at that. Release. Release the pain. See the sun rays in the harshness. Look at the death, right? Look at the death. It's like there may have been, yeah, a lot of death or a lot of heaviness, like in an old folks home example, right? That example keeps coming through. There is a lot of death in that job, right? There are a lot of times you have to let go of people that you were really close with, because death is all around that place and you can feel that, right? And so, but you have to find the silver lining through it all, right? And I really feel that you do have that capacity. You also, having a big heart, having a big capacity for love, you also have a greater capacity for grief and for feeling sadness, feeling depression, right? Feeling these things that are really dark and difficult because you feel so much. And so I really feel like in this lifetime, you have to learn to not let these emotions suck you in so much, to pull you down into the darkness. You have to learn purposely and consciously look for the light in every single situation and every single difficulty. You have to look for, how is this adding to my life? How will this add? What can I learn? You know, what is the silver lining here? Or at least allow yourself to just go through it and give yourself the compassion that you give other people while you're in these moments, and knowing that one day the sun will come out again, knowing that one day, you know, it will get brighter again. Or even if this day is really difficult, seeing that, you know what, at least I have my health, at least I have my family, at least I have this career, at least I know what my purpose is, or at least, you know, I have my own love to get me through. Okay. Wow. You have the Ace of Swords of consciousness. Wow, man, pile 2, you're deep. You are deep, and I see why you got so many bloody decks. Okay. All right, you have the Queen of Swords with morality. You have the Five of Pentacles going into the 6. Nine of Wands, yeah, going into the 10. This is the heaviness, okay? This is the burden that you must carry. You have the Magician going in the High Priestess. You have the Four Pentacles. And the Three of It's almost like you're here. You're like a refuge to people. You're a refuge. You're like a safe space for people. You help free them of their own traps. Of maybe this is physical traps, right? Maybe this is people who are physically ailed and feel like they don't have full mobility, right? Maybe this is kids who are like learning disabilities and things like that, which make them feel trapped in some way, or limited, right? Limited or unclear, or maybe not listened to. You cut through that and you really give them freedom. It's like you give them this safe and open space, this pure consciousness, right, of acceptance, because you accept them, because you accept yourself, and it frees them from these chains. It frees them from this limitation, from the cloudedness, from feeling lost, feeling stuck, feeling held back. Okay, and it's like it's like like they're in this little box, this little space, and you come in and you bust that open and you totally make them feel like they're free, like they're in the presence of unconditional love, okay, of someone who is of true acceptance and non-judgment. And so it allows these chains, it allows these restrictions to come off and to just melt away, and it allows them to feel this freedom, to feel this peace, okay, within your space, okay, exactly. It allows them to come out of limitation and into building, into possibility. You show them, oh, look, you can build this way. Look, I'll give you this tool, or I'll give you, at least I can listen to you, or I can give you space to be yourself, which is like a blueprint of how to positively build going forward, or how to at least, make a space in which possibilities are there, okay, in which happiness is there, in which freedom is there and possible, okay. You are a great master. You are a great alchemizer of energies, okay. You are a great manifester. You use your power, your spiritual gifts, to really make change upon the earth, okay. Look, we have the women's refuge, 5 of Pentacles going into the 6, right? You give people a safe space to come. Maybe some of you work with others, maybe you've created a community. There's something here where you are a safe space, or you've created a safe space for people to come and get unstuck or get unblocked. You literally show them their power, or you show them how they can do it, or you show them their freedom by holding that space, by loving and accepting and not judging, okay. And it's like you hold this really special gift, and at times it's really heavy on you, because this could be, charity work, or this could just be, it's a great service. It's, even if you're a parent, whatever you do is a great service, okay, here on earth. And how you treat people in your heart space is so powerful, and it's so important. And I really do think that you guys have beautiful people around you to help support you when you need it, okay. And if you haven't found that already, I really believe that's part of your soul's journey, to find that person or these people who are going to help you, okay, through this journey, when you're feeling heavy, when you need support, okay, when you need picked up and carried, okay, because you're always carrying so much, and you're carrying everyone else. And so people like that need someone around them, or people around them that can help them and support them within this mission. And so I really see that as part of your path too, okay. You're really going to help people find refuge in one way or another, but you will have your own refuge within your partnership, or within your family or friends, okay. You will have your own refuge as well, so that you can clear, so that you can put some of the heaviness down and the burden down, all right. Because this is a big purpose, and you have a big heart, and that means you're going to take on a lot. You're going to need to release a lot, okay. Release a lot of the pain, and it means you're going to absorb a lot of the pain as well. And so you need to learn to alchemize that pain, to turn it into blessings, and to make sure that you allow other people to help you. Because I think that might be one of your biggest challenges, is to let it down with someone, that you don't always have to be the nurturer. You don't always have to be the one carrying it. Let someone else carry you when you need it, okay? Let someone else support you and help you, all right? That might be your biggest challenge, is to put the wands down, okay? Is to step away when you need help, when you need a break, okay? That's really important for you. When you're done helping others, building others, and freeing others for yourself, okay. And there's going to be someone, or there is someone that wants to do that for you, that will be there, that you have to trust, that you have to allow them to do that. Okay, we're going to go into the other million decks that you have here. You obviously are super important, and you need this message. And that's why Spirit is giving you a big message today. And I can see why, honestly, I do. And I don't think you'll ever want to give up. It's not like you'll ever be like, this is too much and I'm going to give up. I really don't feel that way. But it doesn't mean that it isn't difficult. Okay, we have Watchers with transpersonal. Horned Cactus with resourcefulness. Oops. Many Masks, the authentic self. Alright, so basically, what these are saying is that you might be in a time where maybe not much is happening. Maybe you're in between phases, you're in between jobs or careers, and or maybe you're feeling lost. Maybe you're in something and you're not sure if this is for you anymore or what your purpose in all of this is. Okay, and so they're basically telling you to, it's a time of observation. Okay, it is a time of observation. You may feel like you're in the desert right now, like there isn't much happening for you. Okay, and that it's making you question all of these things, but this is a time for you to observe yourself, to go within and to see, you know, what truly is it I want. Okay, there's these masks, there's a big change going on within you, and they're saying you will come out of the desert, you will have greener pastures once again. Okay, but right now it is about changing, like we were saying before. You could be changing your career, or you could be changing, you know, in what you do or in how your purpose looks like. Okay, and we have to allow the masks to fall away, of the ideas of who we were or what we do. Okay, of maybe you always just thought of yourself as a mother, right, or of a father. Maybe you're a stay-at-home parent, and now that's changing. Maybe now you want something else, and now you want to go back into the workforce, and so you have to allow these changes to come in. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you're always a workhorse, right? Work, and now motherhood is starting to, or fatherhood is starting to come into your path, or your mind, or your heart. And we have to allow ourselves to change and give ourselves the compassion to change. Okay, and that is authentic. It's not authentic to stay one way forever and to say, well, this is who I am, this is who I have been, I'm this nurse, I'm this doctor, I'm this, you know, whatever. And we're allowed to change, we're allowed to try on new things. Our purpose is not one, you know, job. It's the energy behind what we do. It's the service in what we do. And so that service and how it looks is going to change and transform. Okay, and that is authentic. It's authentic to allow ourselves to change, to try other things, to do other things, to become other things. Okay, and so we have to allow our energy to change and not hold on to one way of being or one way of life, or this is what I've always done, or this is who I've always been. It's like, okay, well, we're changing now, right? We're taking this time of maybe a timeout or an in-between phase to observe ourselves, to observe the changes going on, to see, you know, maybe in something that looks harsh or difficult or prickly or grief. Okay, to see, you know, what is it behind all of this, and maybe this is changing who I am, or it's changing how I'm seeing myself or the world. And it's for something good, because on the other end we're going to become more authentic, or something about us is going to shift, or a purpose is going to shift. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. We're going to get more cards for you here. We have to allow even how our destiny looks to shift. Okay, it's not meant to always just stay one thing. Like, give the tiger. Wow, powerful, powerful. She's got the moon. This is like, you have a deep power. You have a deep intuitive power, and it's, especially with the moon, it's like being able to look at the shadows or be in the shadows and seeing what is here that it's teaching me. It's like looking for the lessons through the difficulty and seeing, okay, how is this making me more powerful? What are these challenges here to allow me to change, allow me to transform, become more of who I am, become stronger in who I am, become deeper in my destiny, my purpose, right? How is this adding to my resourcefulness? How is this adding to what I do and to who I am? Okay. Wow. Okay, we have two cards. We have the Sowilo and the Fehu rune, okay, of great abundance. Okay, look, they have both caught something of great value to them. All right, so this is bringing you to something of a great, of a goal, a wish, a dream. We had the Nine of Cups here. This, whatever is going on, is bringing you closer to your wish, to your goal, okay, to your higher purpose, to a greater sense of self, okay. This is something that you've wanted for a long time, and that process sometimes looks different than we thought it would, or it means certain things are falling away that maybe we were attached to, or we thought was our path, or thought was our life, okay. And there are things that now we're in this unknown, or now we're having to face a fear or a darkness, right? But it's only to really show ourselves who we are and how adaptable we are, right? How we can use this to gain, right? Use this to create a deeper character within us and create a larger heart space, okay? But there's two things of gold here. You are going to come out on the other side greater and have something even better than what you gave up, or what you let go of, or what you were forced to release, okay? You are gaining something of way greater value to you, okay? That's going to suit you better. That's going to allow you to step into your power deeper, okay? It's going to gain you definitely more monetarily, or more greater comfortability, okay, in your life. It's going to be much more meaningful and precious to you than what you have let go of. Bringing you deeper into the passionate aspects of your purpose and what you do. Okay, we have the Hierophant with the Book of Shadows. Any more from this one? No. Yeah, it just really reminds me of of destiny, of that it's been written, you having to do this has been written. This is what your greater plans to do. And maybe some of you, this means going back to school or learning something new, and maybe that's discouraging you. You're like, well, I thought I was on my career path, I thought I was doing it, and now what? I have to go back to school, or now it's, I have to learn something new to gain or to move in the direction that I want, or I got let go of and now I have to learn again, or something like that. But this is for your soul's growth. This is literally going to pay off in such a huge way for you, and this is leading you to your highest path. Not just, this I might be living out something that I feel okay with, but this is you fully stepping into your purpose and why you came here, okay? Why you came here to Earth. This is aligning you with that greater sense of purpose and self. And at this time, maybe it's meant for you to learn, or it's meant for you to look within yourself and see, why I'm in this space, what is here for me to learn, to gain, to grow from. Soak it all in. See what you can learn in this phase of your life or in this space of your life. See the greater reason behind it all. Whoa. Alright, we're on the last deck, boys and girls. Is it this one? Alright. Seven of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Two of Wands. The Hangman. Oops. And Death. I don't know, do you feel like what's happening to you is like a trap? It's like a trap, or you feel like you've been trapped into suffering or into lack. Like this could, like for an example, I'll give you an example. Like we said, maybe you let go of your job, you got let go of your job, or your job is shifting, your career is shifting, your purpose is shifting in some way. And you feel like, well, I thought I was on the path. I thought I was, doing my purpose, right? And now I feel like I've been tricked or into poverty or into, well, now my money is cut off and what do I do? But what you don't see is that what this was here to allow you to look beyond what this was, to expand. There is something else here for you to expand into. This wasn't everything. Okay, this was a very limited viewpoint of what your purpose was, and that was meant to be let go of. Okay, there is something greater here for you, and so you're put into this position of stillness, okay, or of stagnancy in some way, so that you can learn, so that you can look deeper at who I am, have a transformation, look at things in a different way, look at myself in a different way, so that you can expand, so that you can see that your potential is far greater, that you can go to a different place, or that you can expand your horizons in what it is you do. Okay, so that you're not so limited, or your mind isn't so limited as far as what you think you're capable of, or what you think you can do or provide. Okay, maybe you think, oh, I can't live out my purpose because I'm only make this much, or I'm lacking in finance, so how can I be charitable, how can I serve when I am suffering? Okay, and so whatever's happening now is to allow you to look at things in a different way, okay, so that you can change your perspective, so that you can transform and then expand beyond that perspective or that circumstance, okay, and see why everything happened the way it did. See all of the the purpose behind it all. And maybe you experienced a lot of lack or a lot of trickery and lying, cheating, stealing in your life, right? So that you said, you would say no more. You'd say, I'm going beyond this. I'm going to take myself out of this environment, and I'm going to learn. I'm going to transform. I'm going to grow, and I'm going to expand beyond. I'm going to go beyond this limitation. Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. You had that twice, yeah. Queen of Swords. Learning discernment. And that's huge for someone who is so compassionate and heart space. Heart heavy. You have to learn discernment. You have to learn to say no. Okay, maybe you saying yes or having an open heart led you into a lot of traps in your life, that led you into negative situations within partnerships, within relationships, within career. Okay, that left you with less than you deserved because you just allowed people to kind of walk all over you, right? And so you had to learn discernment, how to say no. Okay, and we go in with a bit of naivety, but we come out cutthroat. We come out with the knowledge and the truth and the power to stand up for ourselves, to say what we need to say, to communicate what we need to communicate. Okay, no matter what anyone else thinks of it. It's the heart and the sword is each other's best friend, best ally. It's the head and the heart coming into coherence, right? So that we don't get stomped on, or so that we're not all in the head and so logical, so that we're not so cold. Okay, we need the heart to soften the coldness of the mind, right, and vice versa. So they're very much allies if used in the right way. And so that's what I believe that this period of time out, you could say, or loneliness. But I think you do have someone, like I said, who's very supportive of you, who can help carry you, who can help encourage you, push you along, listen to you. There's someone here that is very supportive, or will be very supportive, okay, of you, even if you're in a time of change, of transformation, right? That's okay. You're allowed to grow in new ways. They're saying give yourself that compassion to become different. And even if you go, okay, well, now I don't feel so like unconditionally loving, maybe if it's like I'm growing into this person where maybe it's changing me and who I am. And so maybe I'm starting this new path where I'm have to say no, right? And I'm learning to say no, and that scares me. Is this wrong? Am I bad, right? Or maybe my purpose is changing into something that I never thought it would turn into, right? But this is what is needed. This is what is necessary for this balance, so that you can serve in the highest and best way. Okay, so that you won't get taken advantage of, or stomped all over, or left with nothing. Oh yeah, difficult truth. Learning the difficult truths of this purpose, or this path, or life, right here. It's like learning the difficult truth of the heart-based path, and that not everyone else is on that same path, and not everyone else has the heart, at the front and foremost. But these lessons that you've been learning are your greatest gems. Okay, they truly are your greatest gems, and they truly are going to turn you into something much more beautiful and much more dynamic in who you are and what you do. Okay, these difficult truths that you're learning are really, really the gold. Okay, they are really turning this into something greater. You have the Queen of Swords 3 times, you guys, and you have strength. Wow. You are, yeah, you're learning. You are learning, or you have been learning, okay, the strength necessary to persevere. Okay, you've been learning the difficult truths, so that you could, and maybe we were a bit naive here with the Page of Swords, like going in naively with our hearts open and just accepting and loving everyone, and that is definitely it. But the difficult truth that we run into is that not everyone else is on that same path, and people will take advantage. And so we've been having to learn discernment, right? We've been having to strengthen ourselves, but our being more disciplined, being more discerning, which is very hard, which can, for some of us, can take a lot of strength and a lot of discipline to stay on that path, to become stronger as a person. Okay, and we have been learning these difficult truths about life and about who we are, and that is part of our path to become more in balance with ourselves, so that we can use our heart, but use our mind to direct that goodness, right? To direct that heart space. It's like if you have a child, right, and you're just all heart, and you just give them and give them and give them, they'll never appreciate anything. We have to say no with love. That is loving, right? To use our discernment to say, well, I can't give you chocolate again today. It's not good for you, right? Even if you cry, even if my heart hurts when I hear that cry, or when I, say no to you, I know I have to do it for your highest good, for your own good. And so it's like we've been learning that, and that is what's going to allow you to level up within your career, within your purpose. Okay, we had to learn these lessons to create ourselves stronger, so that we could move up into a new level of this purpose, of our career. okay, of of what we came here to do. Okay, and so now you're ready. It's like this has all been training you to now keep going up so that you can get something better for yourself, so that you can be in a better environment, so that you can be doing something that's even better suited to you, that it's not going to feel so heavy and so harsh, right? It's going to be a little lighter. It's going to be a little more suited to who you are now. And so you are allowed to change, and you're encouraged to change, and let the old fall away, let the old self fall away. And we're becoming new, and so everything's changing and transforming, and so allowing that process, okay, and forget, you don't have to be anything, you don't have to stay consistent with anything at all, okay. You are encouraged to change, transform, and grow, and your life is doing that as well, and so be patient with that process. All right, pile 2. Whew, what a reading, man. Wow. That was beautiful. That was crazy. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if this resonated at all with you. I'd be super curious to know. Yeah. And if you enjoyed it, let me know as well. Also, let me know by giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel so you never miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, or you would like an energy healing with me, you can book that down below in my website, or you can email me. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading, pile 2. 222 on the timer. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your soul's imprint. So this is like your energy signature. Yeah, the readings have been interesting. They have been basically about your life purpose, why you're here, what you're here to carry out, and kind of, you know, why things happened or are happening the way they are. So we're gonna get right into your reading. You actually got 2 cards. So you have the 8 of Wands with positive movement forward, and you have the 4 of Wands, foundations and achievements. Well, this wouldn't be Wands, but yeah, it seems like the energy of the 4 of Wands. So anyways, that's what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me to pick your decks. I'm going to lay them all out. We're going to shuffle, and then we're going to lay out the message to get the fullness of it here. But what I'm already picking up, I'll talk while I'm picking out your decks. Okay, so we got this one. Sure. Okay, this one. What else? That one. Okay. Basically, I really think this reminds me of Sagittarius energy, like you're meant to kind of maybe move on from where you're at currently, or maybe you've made a major move in your life. It's almost like you're meant to explore new horizons. This reminds me of like a discoverer, an explorer, like going out into the seas without knowing where you'll land, with just kind of seeking, right? Kind of seeing what else is out there. Maybe this is you leaving behind a childhood place or a home, or everything you've known at one point, and going into the unknown with, just kind of with the hopes of growing and learning, and maybe landing somewhere that will be better for you than where you left. Okay, maybe feeling like you didn't belong where you started, or where you've been. Okay, and at some point in your life, I really feel like there's a large migration, okay, into maybe an unknown space, or into a new place that is very unknown to you or different, okay, but you really do end up finding something, a new home or a new place or a new foundation, that you're meant to expand into, okay, and achieve many things because of this sense of travel, exploration, discovery that you carry. And I think you're meant to create a very prosperous and happy life for yourself, and maybe create a family and expand in that way. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Your cards just slid out. Okay. So these cards just slid out. I thought they just fell from the deck, which they did, but they're meant to be your cards. And actually, I want to turn these over right away because this is a major message here, and it's basically just a reflection of what we just said, 10 of Cups and Death. It's like your version of happiness is meant to change greatly in your life. It's like almost like your values or what you imagine happiness or life to be like is meant to go through a major transformation in your life. So this example is coming to mind. It's almost like maybe at one point in your life you were very much career focused, career based, and that was kind of your life, and that was the trajectory you thought your life was on, and that was where your greatest fulfillment came from. But then as you grew up, or as you got maybe more successful or something like that, you found that there was something missing, or maybe you had a spiritual awakening. And it brought in a different value system, or it changed what happiness looked like for you changed. Okay. And so you went off in search of your new 10 of Cups, of this true happiness, this true peace, this true fulfillment in your life. And then maybe, it looked like a family, and looked like, maybe, this reminds me of like the countryside, right? Or maybe going off grid, something like that. But you're meant to have a really big change in what happiness looks like for you, or a big change in your life where maybe your life starts off completely one way and then completely changes into almost like complete opposite of what it started off as. So yeah, it's like your total values and what happiness is completely transforms as you transform and become something else. And then you go out and search for that, and then you find that. Okay, you find that. Okay. Is that all? We're getting a lot of decks today. Okay. I'm like, I just gotta trust it. Okay, that's everything, right? Yes. Okay, that's everything. Good. All right. So I've been doing this lately. Because we just have so many decks, so I'm gonna get around half of the decks out. I'm gonna get a message. Is this one too? This one? Yay, nay, nay. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna do one half of the decks to begin, and then we'll pick up the rest for a secondary message. Okay. Is this it? Yep. And that. All right. Sun at the bottom, just that that flashed to me, so I'd flash it to you. Yeah, you're meant to live a very fulfilled and happy life, which is amazing. I think it's almost as though maybe you came from a really hard time, you experienced a really hard time in your life, or maybe past lifetimes, and in this lifetime it's as though you're meant to experience the fullness of happiness and fulfillment and true heart peace, yeah, and love and feeling connected. It's like I almost feel like you've kind of lived out the hardest parts of your karma, and in this, whether you finish that up in this lifetime or not, yeah, I think you have at some point finished up some kind of karma, because it's like you have had this beautiful transformation, and so that requires you then to move on and to find, you know, something that suits yourself more. But you are meant to have the happy life, have the dream life, have a, you know, maybe a family, have, you know, a lot of beautiful connections or community around you that really feel like family, that, you know, be in touch with your soul family, and yeah, feel that deep connection and satisfaction. Queen of Swords with the Painter. Earth magic, fearlessness, removing obstacles. Yes, look at her on the horse. Positive movement forward. It's like, it's having that fearlessness of going into the unknown and searching for our happiness, removing any obstacles in our lives that may, you know, then stop us from living our true happiness. And so we go through that transformation process that is hard. We go into the darkness. We go into, you know, the underworld. We venture into the underworld, into the unknown, and sacrifice certain things about our lives, because we know if we do this process, it will come back out on the other end happier, or we'll come back out stronger and more beautiful, with more unique characteristics, more colors, right? And so we have a greater capacity to love, and we have a greater capacity to hold happiness and love in our lives, in our hearts, and in our world. And it adds to our creativity. It adds to the spectrum of color in which we carry, in which we can express. Okay. We also have forgiveness. Wow, look at that. We have the Ace of Cups with love begins. King of Cups. Oh my gosh, so much love. You are supposed to experience mad love. Okay. Three of Pentacles. And to build something. Maybe within a community, maybe within your own lives, maybe it's a home, maybe it's a, you know, your own business. Page of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Let's see, where can we put these? I can put this one here. Yeah, it's like you were like, okay, what's in my way of truly living? Look at these double rainbows here. Of truly living my highest form of love on earth. What is blocking me from receiving this love, or from knowing myself as love? Okay, so I truly think that you came here with the divine purpose of discovering what true happiness and true love really looks like, and experiencing that from the inside out. We see two different hands here. Maybe, yeah, like creating a family or a great partnership in which we come together to create something of great beauty and value. And maybe for not everyone, this is a romantic or marriage. This could be in a business partnership. This is fearlessly going out, you know, maybe investing all of our money into ourselves, into our creative pursuit, okay, into a business that we want to create, not knowing if it's going to work out or not. And then we go through a great transformation, and we discover on the other side, you know, that this whatever we built, this community or this business or whatever this was or is everything that we dreamed it to be, everything that we wanted it to be, that we truly are going to prosper and gain something of great value from this risk that we took, from leaving everything behind and kind of adventuring out into the unknown, because we have this, this feeling we just have to. It's like, it's feeling maybe unsatisfied at one part of our lives, and risking it all to venture out and see what else is out there for us to learn and grow and build. And it's like, we want to build something on the earth, something very tangible for ourselves, something that's going to give back to us, something that maybe we can build with our own hands. There's something that we can feel, see, and have. Okay, something that's going to support a lot of people, other people. All right. And maybe that's come through a lot of inner healing work, a lot of forgiveness work. And we've come into a much more balanced place of head and heart. And I think you are definitely here on this earth in this lifetime to balance the head and the heart, to come into divine union, okay, and to be a powerful healer in whatever it is you are meant to focus your attention on. So whether you are a painter, a creator, a business person, a parent, or a partner, okay, you are truly here to become the best version of that, and use all of your experiences to make this a very prosperous thing in your life. I think you've come here to, and look, we see this person leaving something of the known behind in search of something greater. You're truly a seeker, okay? A seeker here on earth. You are seeking something of greater value. Maybe you see what other people think is success, and you go, that doesn't fit with me. That's not my version of what success is, right? My version of success looks like, having a happy home, or a big family, or maybe it's, having an Etsy shop, right? Where I'm my own boss and I'm creating my own creations and I can make my own hours. Maybe it's, you're leaving the rat race in some kind of way, or it's me opening my own healing institution or my own community online where people can get together and connect, and we can grow something of real, tangible value, of something that is going to help. And maybe it's you, coming together with other like minds to create something of beauty, maybe a literal community on earth where people can come to heal, to grow, to transform and change. Okay. But you are meant to have great material prosperity on this earth, and a great emotional prosperity and satisfaction in those earthly pursuits. So it's like, it's an heart-based project, or a heart-based, motivation, right? Where you're like, my heart is calling for something more. There's something more that I can do, that I can expand into, that my life can become. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just realized I didn't plug back in my mic when I took a little break. So I'm just going to plug that in. So I apologize for the sound. Hold on. There we go. Oy. But yeah, it's almost like, I think you've found forgiveness in this life. I think you've really cleared and healed. And because of that, it's like you're not letting anything hold you back. You don't feel like, you're like, whatever's happened and all the things that I may have gone through, I'm forgiving and I'm at peace with what has been. And so I'm open now. I feel free to move into true prosperity, into something more expansive. It's like I think in this lifetime, you're meant to totally wrap up one half of your life. And it's like you live two lives in one. And you leave something behind of the known to begin something completely new and fresh. That's going to truly give you the fulfillment that you seek, that you deserve, that you desire. Okay? And it's really going to, allow your life to be manifest to its fullest. Beautiful. So we're going to get your other cards out here now. Oops. Whoa. Okay. This one. This really reminds me, looking at this painter and these two here, of like the Van Goghs, like, or the great artists of our time, of even, you know, times of the past, the ones who have like changed something, the ones who have really risked it all. Even Buddha, right? Buddha left behind his wife and child, right, in pursuit, because he knew his heart was calling him elsewhere. He knew there was something of greater purpose. And it's not that that wasn't a great purpose, you know, that he would have probably still been led a decently happy life, but he always would have been questioning, what if I went, what if, you know, I risked it all, what if I went out. And that doesn't mean to leave your family behind, because everyone's purpose and everyone's path is completely unique. So it doesn't mean you have to make that big of a sacrifice, although it definitely could. Okay. But it's like, what is your heart calling you to do? What is your grand purpose here on earth? And I really believe yours is to have a new discovery, is to almost expand beyond the known constructs of your life, to risk, changing, to risk leaving everyone or everything you've ever known in pursuit of a higher learning, or in pursuit of expanding creatively, traveling to learn something. You know what I mean? It's like, I think you're really meant to expand your mind and your consciousness in new ways. And that happens by being fearless, by being not afraid to go off on your own, to, you know, to go and discover new lands, or new, you know, things that no one else maybe in your circles has ever risked or done, right? By leaving what you've known. Okay, is that all from this deck? Okay. Okay. I also think that you're here to become your own home. It's like wherever you are is okay. It's like you're meant to come into that peace within, that I'm okay wherever I'm at. And I think your own energy is meant to be your home. Like you're meant to be your own favorite energy, right? Where you're like, I'm good, like my cup is full, and so wherever I'm at, I'm happy, right? And I'm happy and I'm taking it in, and I'm satisfied with that. It's like to be very non-attached. this is a lot. Yeah. Okay. And you have one more deck. My goodness. These readings are big ones. But it's good. These are very, obviously, a very important message to be received. Okay. All right. This one I'll for sure read out of the book for you. Okay. Let's get these cards out here. All right. Wow, look at that. You have the World card. Yeah, you're meant to like wrap up a whole cycle of your life. It's like you are meant to really have two different lifetimes in one, but also two successful lifetimes. It's like you're meant to really reach your ultimate happiness and your ultimate goal. It's like you're here to almost wrap up a whole karma. And I think you're meant to live without karma, and it's like you're just here now for the fun of it, and you're just here to experience the fun of it and experience the lightness and the success and the love and the other souls, and just really bask in that and enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, experience the comforts and the luxuries, and I think you're really going to achieve what you set out to do, which is amazing. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, this reminds me of that energy of like leaving a cycle of the rat race. Okay, things that make us feel automatic, like autopilot. Like, look, we have the chimneys going here and all the gears. This really reminds me of like a big city. It's like one part of our lives ends, and then that was causing us stress. It was causing us to live too much in our minds and not in our hearts, right? Not in that heart space, not in that ever loving, ever giving, free, connected with God and with the universe and with ourselves. And it really causes this disconnect and this separation, this pain. And so we're meant to wrap that up. Elephant. Wow. Look at the wisdom you carry. Look at this wisdom you carry. Look at that. 30 saws. The lone wolf. The fearless one. The one who isn't afraid of the fire. The thorns. Who go into the challenge, into the fire. And they take the wisdom. Look, 9 of Swords twice. Holy smokes. Okay, let's see this whole Page of Cups. 2 of Wands. Yeah. The Mystic. The Lover. Wow, you have the Mystic and the Shaman. Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's that Sagittarius, that Buddha, and I also have your card here. That Buddha energy where we leave behind one whole part of our world. Our karma gets finished. We leave behind the rat race or the things in our mind or in our past, in our energy field that were causing us pain or stress. Whether that be a job or a place or a life that wasn't fitting us, that wasn't us living our true path, right? And so it's like we have this spiritual awakening, right? Where we go, okay, I have to go off alone. Or maybe you have a near-death experience, or there's something that happens that pulls you out of this mind, or that opens your eyes to something greater of the world, okay, that you have to then go and explore, okay, that you have to then leave something behind in order to follow your heart's calling, and you have to move on, and you go, there's more out there than stress and worry and overthinking, okay, and having to just work to pay the bills or whatever this is, because this really reminds me of like a spiritual awakening, right? I was on one path. I worked in advertising for most of my 20s. Okay, that was what I took in school. And I came out and I got right into the workforce, and I was working in the city in advertising. I did not want a family. I didn't want any of that. I was so career driven. Marriage and children scared the shit out of me. And so it almost made me physically ill to even think about it. And so I was just, that total career person. And then I met my soulmate. I met that person. We did plant medicines together. We did psychedelic drugs together. And I'm not telling you to do this whatsoever. If it is your path, it will come onto your path and you'll know. But otherwise, everyone is different how they come to this. I'm just sharing my story with you guys so you have a broader perspective of this energy. Okay. Once I kind of got a glimpse into the spirit world, that's what gave me the glimpse. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had a firsthand experience of what else there is, of the other side of life. Okay. Then my life started to change. Then I stopped caring so much about career and about this life, and actually became very painful for me. It became really stressful to be part of this society or be part of this. It started as a career, right? To create commercials for these really big corporations that I was learning more and more how corrupt and wrong they were. And so I really felt like I couldn't help that anymore. I couldn't be a part of it. It was just like the sneak peek that I got into the other side of life. It just totally, I couldn't keep living the life that I was living, right? I had to seek it. I had no choice. My soul was craving more. I had to go seeking. My heart was opened in a new way. And there was so much about my life that was contradicting what I experienced, the spiritual side, this other magical side of life, this unconditional love that I then was, told and experienced was real. And so I had to leave the city or the mind behind, the things that then started causing, and they were causing me to be at odds within myself and, my heart, right? That were creating more pain in myself that I didn't even realize. And so opening that up, I just invited in more and more God, more and more spirit. Okay, I started meditating. I started, I read everything I could. I watched so many YouTube videos. I just took in as much information as possible. And so I really feel like this is your path as well. It's like you are on one path. Something happens, right, that allows you, that then says, I can't do this anymore. And then you walk the mystic, the shaman path, almost like the lone wolf path. Doesn't mean that you're always alone, and I really don't think you are alone. I see a family, I see the 10 of Cups, I see big community in your life, but I think maybe you walk away from something that was maybe your community at a time, and maybe you go off and do something on your own, and you go off into a space almost by yourself. Maybe it's with a partner, okay, for some. But either way, it's either you or the two of you, and you go off and do your own thing, and you discover, okay, who you truly are in that process. It's like you go into the unknown, and you just carry this light of illumination, okay, of enlightenment, of the mystic, of the shaman. You go into the death, you go into the darkness, okay, to find yourself, to be born anew. Okay, into the real. And now everything's changed. Everything about your life, everything about who you are, everything about what you want in your life has changed. And you allow that. You become the lover. You become the lover to yourself. You become the lover to the world. Okay, you become a pure reflection of this beauty of the real. Okay, and you expand beyond. So I don't know at what stage you're at in this, but you are here to have an enormous transformation in who you are. and become a true mystic and shaman, to kind of, maybe you go into the underworld and you come back out with great knowledge and wisdom to share. Okay, you go in fearlessly to the unknown, with whether that's within your own mind, within your subconscious mind, within plant medicines, within your maybe visions, however your truths or your gifts come through. You're meant to dive into those things, and maybe they come through life experiences. Maybe you've had really intense life experiences, like deaths, okay, happen in your life, or something like that. But whatever it is that in your life that has transformed you, that has changed you, you're meant to use that wisdom to propel you forward, to make a life of your own, okay, of your own creation, but also to enlighten others, or be an example of others, of a path to follow. It's like elephants create these big paths when they walk, right? And it's like you are like a leader at the front, and you can't help it. By you just walking the path, you guide a way for others to follow. They won't be able to help but see the pathway that you created, because your steps are so big, because your energy is so big. Okay, wow, that is beautiful. That is crazy. Okay, so you got she feels, she knows, number 22. I'm going to read that out of the book for you. And again, like the mystic, right? The moth, the moon, she feels, she knows. You feel, right? You have this innate wisdom within you. You have something that pulls you, that calls you. You have this ancestral, wisdom, this fire that carries you, that teaches, that is here to be learned from. Okay. An illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a blinding, shocking insight, but as more of a softer, gentle knowing. It is like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you can come to know it, or how you came to know it. This insight will assist you, and you are asked to honor it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now, or has just recently come. Gently but firmly, from that place of knowing, intend to act and take your next steps forward. This oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly about long-range or long-term developments, something that is far bigger than the immediate situation, issue, or moment is of importance. Although you will only have a dim sense of what is possible at best, the situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are, and how you are being helped onto the next stage of your path, even though it may look like an obstacle right now. You are being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. We see that all over. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can't see how the present can possibly become what you sense the future to be, this message is especially relevant. Through the natural process of transformation, great leaps are indeed possible. We're seeing death, transformation, leaps, movement forward, fearlessness, 2 of Wands. You are moving beyond worry, beyond stress, beyond limitation, okay, beyond the clouded and overcrowdedness of the mind. Okay, you are really going to step through with your strength, with everything you've learned, and become anew, be transformed into anew. Okay? You simply must be prepared to surrender into the process with absolute trust. This oracle brings you specific guidance. The situations in your current life are particularly geared toward a more significant manifestation that is coming to you now. According to your life path and purpose, this is a stage of preparation and of building a foundation that will hold you strong and centered. Okay. Hold you strong and centered as your creative journey unfolds and your life path becomes ever more brilliant and luminous. So keep plugging away, remain patient, but most of all, be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead of you, for it is the light that is within you. Okay? Look at the light. Simply revealed more fully. And so I'll say that again. It says, so keep plugging away, remain patient, but most of all, be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead of you, for it is the light that is within you, simply revealed more fully. So what's happening is the light that is within you is now trying to be revealed to you on the outer world, in your outer world, trying to be reflected back to you in a more pure way. Okay, so that is happening. So I know you're weary and I know you're tired, but it is happening, okay? Your light is wanting to be reflected. Look, you have the 10 of Cups, okay? It is meant to be reflected in its fullness. Okay. All that is happening now is happening to that end. Okay, so that is why this is all happening, and it's happening to the end of your full happiness. It says, healing process, stand with your feet at hip width and your arms loosely and comfortably at your side, slightly away from your body. Say aloud, I feel the light of all that I am and will be unfolding from within me now. Stand still and rest your eyes on one point or lightly close them if you can do so, easily without compromising your balance. Feel, sense, imagine, or perceive that there is a pure light switched on inside of you, almost as if an internal light switch was flicked on. Feel or perceive or feel that that light is growing brighter, bigger, and wider and more radiant. Allow it to shine outwards from within you, as if there was a vibrant sun at the center of your being with its rays extended outwards in all directions. You are radiant, glowing. You are a radiant, glowing being. Can you feel the joy and uplifting happiness of this? When you are ready, say, I surrender what is into the loving fire of transformation, the light of which illuminates the present and manifests the future in the highest creative expression of unconditional love. Be with that inner light for several moments and then place as much of your intention as possible into your feet, feeling the connection to the ground beneath you, feeling the present moment by being aware of the physical sensations of your feet. Feel the coolness or the warmth. Are they tingly, cold, or stiff, and in need of some flexing and stretching? Move your feet as you wish, and in your own time, simply open your eyes, move around, and return to your day or evening. You have completed your healing process. Okay, so pile number 3, you have a very, very big process that is happening within you and a transformation. You are truly a shaman and a mystic, and whatever you're going through or have gone through is all deepening you into that, and it's all here for you, and you are not meant to go through such difficulty forever and for your whole life. In fact, you are coming out of this process, and just be present with what is, knowing that you will come into union with a very secure and prosperous time and place in your life in which you can create the life that you desire and wish. And you can be free to do that so that your heart can be free and open and loved and loving. All right, pile 3. So that was your reading today. That was your soul's imprint. What a beautiful, beautiful message that you received today. Please let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, if you felt this. And if you liked it, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me or an energy healing with me if you feel you need it. Okay. Also, this woman here in this card looks like, to me, she has like a black eye. So even if you've gone through really difficult experiences, or you are currently maybe, even abusive, even really traumatic things, know that you went through this darkness, okay, to come through the other side, a success story. A success story to share with others how you went into the darkness, how you came through death and survived death, and how you are strong and how you are living happily now. Okay, you are living your dream, you are living your fulfillment. Okay, you are meant to be a success story through this all. Okay, so please know that that is what is happening, and that this experience, if it's still happening in your life, will not be here for long, okay, or much longer at all. You are coming out of this. All right, pile 3, I love you. Thank you for coming. I will see you in the next reading. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your reading. This is your soul's imprint. All right, and the readings have been beautiful. They have really shown kind of what your life is here to be and look like, and the path in which your soul is on. So let's take a look. You actually got 3 cards, 3 significator cards. All right, so we will reveal these, and then I will allow Spirit to guide me to your decks. And I will then shuffle, and we will start our reading then. All right, so you have choose wisely. This is like the 7 of Cups. You have patience and planning. This is the 7 of Pentacles. 7-7. And then you have recognition and reward. This is the 3 of Wands. No, 3 of Pentacles. All right. I'm going to allow Spirit to guide me to your decks. And then we will begin. I've been choosing a lot of decks today. You are no different. So it's a big reading. I have to do it in 2 parts. And I'm just trusting Spirit as they guide me. And I don't even have room to put all these decks down. Hold on. Okay. That's it, right? Okay, one more. Jeez Louise. That's it. I almost have all of my decks out now. And another one. Goodness gracious. That's it. Oh my gosh. If only you could see. You'll see the amount of decks that are out. I think I must have like 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nope, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. You have 20 different decks we're going to pull from today. So, let's start. Let's get into it. This is obviously a very important reading. These are messages that your soul needs. If you need to know, the why and the big picture here. Okay. I almost feel like your soul's here to learn discernment with the patience and the choosing wisely. It's yeah, it's like you're meant to learn how to discern for the best choices with you. And I think you're meant to receive, I think you're meant to overcome maybe a lot of adversity or make a lot of difficult choices. And almost like being the architect of your own life and like all that comes with. It's like, it's almost like you're meant to learn how to become the captain of your ship. It's like the master of your universe, the creator of your world. Something at one point that was just a plan, right? It was just a drawing here. We see a drawing of a column and then we see a real column. So it almost reminds me of magician energy, like something that was once a concept, and how to make the right choices and decisions and discerning those choices and decisions to create this into the real, to make this a very real possibility, and learning the patience that we have to learn to come to that, right? To make something. And look at, we see all the seasons here, like that good things and real things that last, take time, right? And that we are going to receive a big reward, a big accomplishment within our lives, for something that maybe you create, that takes maybe a very long time to do. Yeah, it's almost like you've come here to learn how to manifest. How to manifest from this, taking something that's just an idea, in the ether, and make it into a real thing. These two. Okay. Yeah, I almost feel like you are going to get recognition. As I was about to say that, the starfish flipped out, not by accident. You are meant to have recognition for something that you create or make, in this lifetime, okay? It's like you are really steering the ship here, and that's what you came here to learn. And you are meant to get some kind of stardom, recognition, reward, okay, with the Yarrow rune. This is the honey having the reward, okay, from all of your patience and planning, from all of your hard work, from something that you was just maybe an idea or a concept in your head, and you made it physical, you made it a reality for yourself. And so you are meant to be known for that. You are meant to and have a lot of abundance and financial comfortability, okay, from something of your own making, of your own creation. Any more? I know. Okay. Is that it, or should I grab a couple? Okay, I'll grab one of these, because we have a long road ahead of us together. But it's going to be a lovely road. Okay. All right. And, okay. Get one of these, and then we'll save the rest for the secondary message. No, not all of these. Come on now. All of these. Okay. Yep, all of these. So we're going to do this pile, then this pile, and then we'll go to the next message. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Okay, I might have to find. Yeah, it's like you've been working away. You're here to work towards something, to build something of your own. Something you're going to be known, stand out for. We have the Thanatos card, archetype, and we have the self. Yeah, the self, again with like the magician, the power of the self. realizing the power of your own creation, of what you're here to create, realizing the self, coming into that union and oneness. All right. Oh, look at that. The harvest, gathering of blessings. Yes, you're meant to be very blessed, very abundant from this thing that you create here. Clairvoyance, inspiration, interpretation, trust. Your interpretation of something. You are an inspiration, and you receive inspiration, divine inspiration. Okay, I'm going to move this here. 10 of Wands with oppression. Passion. Perception. Wow. Very psychic. You're very psychic. You're very in tune. Maybe you are clairvoyant. It's like you have a vision. You have a vision that you make real. Okay? That you make into your passion. You have a vision of something. It maybe helps free others of oppression. Okay? Or chains of some kind of system or their own lives or their own perceptions of how things are. Maybe you help free them in some way. Free them of chains, whether it's mental or physical. The moon. You are very perceptive, very psychic, very intuitive. Look at that. You have the moon and the high priestess. You have clairvoyance. You have perception. You have the self. Okay. It's like you're here to take ideas out of the spirit realm and connect, going to the waters of the unknown, of the subconscious field and mind, and bring them out and make them a real thing and become known. Maybe some of you guys are, maybe you make something physical, but maybe others of you, it's like learning and having this depth of wisdom takes patience and planning, right? And this could be representative of trusting our intuition, right? Of seeing all of these directions, and it's like, which one do I go? Which voice do I listen to? And so that takes patience and planning. That takes work. And so maybe some of you guys are healers, teachers, in one capacity or another, using your other sensory perceptions, okay? And trusting that and learning to trust that. You are here to learn to trust in your deepest knowing, into your intuition, and use that to further you along or get some kind of recognition for that in the physical. Okay? Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, you are so psychic. It's crazy. And the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Devil and we have the Three of Pentacles. Man, I want to see all of these babies. Okay, I'm just going to move these a little more up because I know those cards already. We look 777. You are here to gain spiritual enlightenment, attainment, okay, and to use your gifts. I think you might have already acquired this in past lifetimes, and it's almost like you're here to just help the world get free of some kind of oppression. So I really feel like for this group, you've already come in as like a whole being. You've already mastered self. You've already come into oneness and kind of achieved beyond duality. Okay, and so the world at this time needs your perception. They need your vision, how you interpret, how you see things. Okay, and so you're here to help build a new world. You're here to help allow people to make better choices. okay, in their lives, in their going forward, and deepening into their trust of themselves. And maybe, and this is through your passion, this is through your purpose. Okay, so this girl reading to the blind, okay, so it could be, it's with through your service of humanity. And you are definitely, I would not be surprised if this is like my healer group, if this is the people who are working directly in spirituality, okay, and helping guide others through that. Okay, but you are meant to be very prosperous and build something of great value, maybe with others, okay, for some. But you're meant to become a teacher or a way shower, okay, and gain a lot of very beautiful abundance and prosperity from this. Okay, a lot of people are going to thrive in your care, in your energy. Yeah, it's almost as though where yeah, it's like you help people come away from or gain power from things that were keeping them stuck, keeping them down, keeping feeling like they're being controlled, or like there are things outside of them that control their world or perception. Things that fears that keep them chained, okay, beliefs that keep them feeling chained or imprisoned, okay, of their own mind, of their own maybe lower things that conditionings that can run the show if we're not conscious of it. So you might help people become aware of, well, hey, this thing here that you're doing or that you're allowing is actually keeping you stuck, is actually keeping you in a lower vibration, or in a place that where you can't prosper, where light and love can't prosper. Okay. Um, yeah, it could be through your message. It could be through something like an art that you create that and maybe I'm getting the message that maybe it looks like something of indulgence. Like it looks like something really, ooh, like this looks good. But when you really dive deeper into it, it's actually in like it's got a way deeper message than what it seems on the outside. Like, okay, for example, let's say it's a piece of art and on the outside it just looks beautiful, right? It's pretty, it draws you in, it looks appeasing to the eye. But the more that you dig into the art, the more you kind of pick it apart or look into it and open your mind, your tears just start streaming down your face. There's something deeper, there's a deeper energy to what you create, or how you perceive, or how you express in your passion and how you see the world. Okay, so it's like it draws people in from the outside. Oh, it looks so beautiful. Maybe you, right? Maybe you have a YouTube channel and you're like, you look nice. But when people open your video, it's something super, super deep and eye-opening, and it brings them closer to themselves or to freedom in some way, because of how you see, how you're able to perceive the information that you get, that you receive. Okay, your interpretation of your perception, okay, that is what is truly unique, and you can help people out of difficulty, the way you see things. And maybe that's you talking to people, maybe you're a therapist, right? And the way that you help them helps them through a difficult time, feeling hard, or feeling stuck, right? And you kind of show them, how they can get out of this stuck place, how they can get out of this grief or out of this difficulty in their life. Okay, you show them maybe in a very practical, grounded way of, this is how you do it, right? Or this is how I've done it, or let me show you this way, or here's, my drawing. And maybe on the outside it looks, yeah, maybe very, and maybe for some it's like almost like this is very palatable for even like people who aren't spiritual, who aren't artistic, right? That they can even perceive this and take it in and understand it. So it's like you ground it in this way, right, that makes it edible for everybody. okay? You make it into a food, okay, that anyone can eat, that looks appealing to even maybe an unspiritual person, or maybe a very unartistic person, or an unscientific person. In whatever way you know, express this, you are going to be very well known, because you can allow a spectrum of all different kinds of people to eat this thing, to eat what it is that you provide, okay? And take it in, and take in the medicine, take in the goodness, take in the lessons and the freedom and the higher learning that is there in that, right? By making it look appealing to everybody, even the people who can't normally see it. Oh my gosh, who can't normally perceive this type of information, okay? You make it look, or you'll allow them to see it or intake it in a way that suits them, in a way that they can, okay, ingest it. Whoa. It's like you have come here to almost bypass everyone's um, everyone's perceptions, okay, everyone's blockages of, oh, I would never listen to that person because I'm science guy, and I'm an atheist, or whatever, or vice versa. I'm, super spiritual, and I don't watch politics. Whatever it is, it's like whatever it is you do, you allow this to be opened up to take in by everybody. Everyone can take this in. Everyone can hear or see or perceive, feel your message, because you make it look so appetizing. Okay, you allow it to be ingested by everyone, and not just a certain few people. Okay, you don't just pick or cherry pick certain groups or a certain audience. You transcend any division, okay? All types of people, so that anyone who is in need can find you and ingest your medicine, ingest what you have to give. Okay, wow, that is crazy. I'm going to read this one out of the book, actually, because I don't know what that one means. Thanatos. Okay. Grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all that is death. Okay. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal residence of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return it to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. So I really feel like you have been, or you will be in this lifetime, if not already, initiated into the underworld with the moon, the high priestess, the queen of cups, clairvoyance. It's like you really, you know what it is to be oppressed. You know what it is to feel this feeling of maybe hell, of trapped, of stuck, okay, of controlled, or held back in some way. Okay, you have experienced a death of self, of ego, okay, and so that is why you are able to be perceived by so many. Okay, that is why you have really gone into the depths, and you have really You have found yourself within that. And you are able now to be, you are palatable to all, because that is what you learned under there. It's like you almost don't turn anything away. You don't turn the devil away. You don't turn the negativity away, or even, the things that are supposed to be bad for you away. You know that everything is important in certain amounts, in certain quantities. It's okay to have ice cream sometimes, right? In certain quantities. These are all medicines. These are all things that we need in order to have the fullness of experience. And so that allows you to talk to anyone and to be heard by anyone, okay? Because of your perception, because of you going into the darkness, and you came out with really the true lesson, a beautiful lessons that not many perceive, not many are able to be received by them, and your perception is very, very unique to you. All right. Yeah. 5 of Cups. This is, you are a warrior. 5 of Wands. Okay. I think that's Pluto. Two of Swords. Wow. Do you have the God, which is the Emperor? The Tower with omens. Now we're seeing the underworld. The Elemental of Earth. This is just an extra kind of aspect of this deck. It's just the element of Earth. So it's like the potential. It's even before the Ace. Eight of Cups. I've got 2 more here. 3 of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Sorry, no, this is going to be a mess, but we got a lot of cards to put down. Okay. Yeah. It's almost like you had to battle. You had to find out who you truly are in this lifetime. If not already, you will be. But this is, you had to really find your true power from within by going into the underworld, okay? By going into the darkness, into death, into the depths of yourself and of experience of life. And this was meant to happen, okay? So that you could find your own answers, you could find your own way, you could lead, okay, in a new way that maybe no one else has, okay? So that you could lead others, so that, and it's going to cause maybe a lot of change in your life. It's going to cause a lot of people's lives to change in good ways, okay? So it's going to help foundations that were not solid, that were not built solidly, come down. And you are like a agent of change, okay, on earth. You are leading the people. You are leading the people to their own freedom, and that are breaking down any systems of oppression in their lives, whether that be their own mind or others, okay, who, anything that thinks they have power over them, anything that is not built on real, solid, true, foundational love and things of that nature, okay? But I really feel like you are here to find peace within all of that. So you're going to experience your own version of this, and you're going to tear down and really tear down any parts of your life that do not fit this, it's like you are meant to change over and over again, but you are building up into a very strong, powerful leader, okay? but it's here to make your life a much more comfortable and peaceful place to be, okay, in the physical world. You are meant to be free and feel that freedom, okay? Feel that freedom of spirit. You are meant to have a lot of fortune in your life. You are meant to leave this time of chaos. You're going to have a big time of chaos where you have to change and transform and become anew and really, uncover the strength that you hold within you by certain difficult experiences, by a lot of foundational changes that happen in your life. But you are meant to find your freedom and find your fortune, okay? All right, so we are going to go to your next decks here. Whew. I'm just going to clear some space. Okay, Moon Maiden, new beginnings. Moon again. Oh my God. You guys are so powerful. Like, you are really here to change things. You are going to have a new beginning in your life where things completely change. You are meant to leave a really difficult cycle of your life behind, okay, where things really feel shaky and like a battle, and like you have to really transform and shift the energies. But you are meant to come out of that and really feel the freedom of life and feel the prosperity of life. But you are going through these experiences to have the range to really dive into your own trust, into your own perception, your own intuition, so that you will trust that beyond anything that's going on in the physical world, okay? So that you don't doubt yourself, all right? And that can be intense to go through that, all right? But yeah, you are about to have a new beginning, okay? I feel in a big way. I think your life is changing and you're going to have a lot of success. And look at that. You might even be coming out of the moon phase of your life. And I feel like now we're talking about present day, where you're coming out of the time of, having to face all of the fears, having to clear all of the karma, and having to learn all of the difficult lessons. And so we are coming out of it, but it really made you so strong in your perception, in your intuitive power, in your connection with the divine and with your higher self. Okay, and now we finally get to come out into the sun, in which we get to be all of that, which there's no more healing to do, where we actually embody and protrude that beautiful light and love. And now we receive the success and receive the recognition of all of that hard work, okay? And we are perceived by others as a beautiful, shining, guiding light, a leader. Yeah, you are meant to shine with all of your experiences, everything that you have learned thus far. Okay, those were all here for you to be recognized and perceived by others. And you had to have that range, okay? And you had to trust yourself no matter what, to the deepest degree, okay? So that you could truly, okay, this flipped out, you could truly be a leader. the leader that so many need here on earth. Okay, last deck. Okay. Let's pick all these up. I want to do that for some reason. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Having new beginnings, new bright beginnings. It's like you're meant to overcome so much harshness and difficulty within yourself, within life. Okay, only to come out and be a shining light for other people, overcome lack or loneliness, feeling without, feeling like maybe rejected by society, by people in your life. Justice. The world, yeah, baby. The Tower again. 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, you're now receiving karmic justice, okay? You are no longer going to feel lack. You are no longer going to feel left out in the cold, okay? You're having a new beginning in the sun where things are prosperous for you, where things are more peaceful and more solid, where something you can walk on, something you know is going to be there, something that you built from all of your experience, from all of the things you've gone through, from the faith that you've kept, from the trust that you kept within yourself and within life, okay? You are having a major ending and a major beginning of success, okay? A feeling on top of the world, a feeling like you have come and conquered and did something that was super, super important, that was here for you to accomplish and overcome in your life, okay? There is something major falling apart in your life, or it will be, okay? Or has. So everyone's going to be on different paths within this, but there you are meant to have a major tower moment that ends a certain cycle in your life and then have a brand new beginning. It ends a cycle of lack, of poverty, of harshness, of battle, okay? And you are meant to start a new path, start anew, on solid foundations, something that is reliable, something that is loyal to you, okay? Something that is going to bring you a lot of wealth and a lot of joy and purpose. Something that is going to heal your heart, heal your karma, heal the trauma, heal all of the harshness of life, of relationship, of all the difficulty that you've had to go through. And transform you. It's going to transform you. Your life is going to transform. You are going to create your wish. Okay, and that's what all this process was for, to help you create your wish, your true wish, your dream. Okay, look, we have the moon again, guys. We have the moon going into the sun. Okay, you were in a dark place. You were in a time of learning, of revealing all of the fears and all of the things that were there for you to look at, for your soul to learn from, okay, to overcome all of the wishy-washy, all of the ups and downs and turbulence and chaos. And now this is the in-between, coming into the sun. Okay, that says the sun there. Look, we can see the ship finally coming into the sun, coming into the light, the sun. We're moving into a time where it's going to feel solid and secure, and we're going to feel that security, and we need to feel that so that we can fulfill our purpose, so that we can teach, or so that we can fulfill what God wants us to fulfill here, what we have signed up to fulfill here. Okay? This is what is possible now. This is what is coming through now. Okay? You are meant to have very real worldly prosperity so that you can fulfill your life purpose, so that you can better serve. Okay? Knight of Wands. The Hanged Man. Yeah, now we're moving out of stagnancy, of stuckness, of, having to learn and grow. We are finally mature. We have finally realized what is possible. We have finally realized within ourselves and cleared all of the things within the subconscious mind that was blocking our blessings, that was blocking us from completely coming into wholeness and realizing self as whole, so that we may teach others that they too are whole, that they too can move beyond any perceived limitations or blockages, because we are the example. We ourselves have done it. Look, there is no flaw. Every part of me is beautiful, is unique and perfect, okay, and different. Okay, and we are finally coming into that maturity of that realization. Again with the Ten of Wands, and we are leaving a cycle of suppression, of heaviness, of feeling the world on our shoulders, of feeling held back, held down. Okay, there is cracks in this theory. There is cracks that life needs to be heavy and hard and difficult. Okay, we are breaking through that reality. Hey, I'm so sorry, guys. My phone shut off. It didn't even warn me that it was dying. But anyways, so I was almost done. But just this last message I wanted to leave you guys with. You are breaking through the suppression of what life was prior to this, and the ideas in which we were taught that life has to be difficult and hard, okay, and heavy. This is ending for you. This is ending, this feeling that life is heavy, that the burdens of life are heavy. Okay, you are coming into freedom, true freedom, not just financially, but within the spiritual realm, within this, within your soul. You are ready now because you're trusting of the earth. You are trusting of yourself. You're trusting of your intuition and of your perceptions. Okay, you are trusting of what you perceive, and that's why you were put in this place, so that you could achieve the highest freedom. You could achieve the real. And now you may move. Now you may move into that freedom, into that prosperity, into the light. And my God, is it gonna be good? God is good. You are going to see how good God is. God wants to show you how good it is, how good you are, how much you shine, how bright your light is, because you have not been able to truly see that, okay? You have brought it now into the inner world. You know you can shine within yourself, and you see yourself in your true light. And now it's time to see the outer world, shine that light back to you, okay? You are deserving and you are ready. And this is what is your soul's imprint, okay? This is what you're ready for. This is what, oh my God, this is everything. Whew. So you're gonna have great success in your passion and how you express that. You're ready. You're ready to come out of the suppression. You're ready to come out of the heaviness, overworking. Life's about to get a lot easier, a lot lighter for you. You're gonna make a lot more money with a lot less effort, okay? Using your true gifts that God has bestowed upon you, that you have realized within yourself, and come into that oneness, so there's no more separation here, okay? And that's going to make life a whole lot easier and lighter and more beautiful for you. Okay, pile number 4. That was your reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Please let me know in the comments if you did, if you enjoyed your reading today, how you found it. And please also let me know by giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel so you never miss another reading. And if you'd like to know more about your own situation, you can book a personal reading with me down in the description box, or an energy healing with me down in the description box. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading, pile 4. All of my love. Peace.